Hi everybody, my name is Eitan and welcome to another After Effects tutorial. Today I will be showing you how to have some text that is washed away by waves, sort of like this. Okay, so you can see how the waves are slowly sort of going over the text, and in the end they just end up washing over it. And this is just from one piece of footage of water, and then we've inserted this text in, and you can see we have a little interaction between that and the water before the wave hits it. So let's get started making this. Okay, so drag your water footage into a new composition, and so this is just my base footage, and this is a very slow rendering project, so I'm just gonna set it down to quarter. So now that we have that, we can duplicate it, and then I'm gonna call the top one wave and the bottom one BG, background. Okay, and then we'll make another layer, and that's gonna be our text. And we can write text or hi. How about that? Hi. Okay. And then we'll make this a 3D layer. And then hit W to bring up our rotation tool and rotate it along the x-axis so it's close to lying down. And then if we want, we can actually rotate it a little bit more, like that, so it's really facing the water. And then if we want, we can actually add a drop shadow. Here we go. Okay, so now drag this layer underneath the wave layer, and so now what we're gonna have to do is separate the wave from the rest of the footage. So how we're going to do that is with the roto brush. So double click on the layer once you've selected the roto brush and just sort of drag along here and get your wave highlighted. And then we can just sort of go through that, and I'm just going to bring up, because this takes a long time to make sure it does that, and then every time it's wrong like that, you have to alt click in the area you don't want, and that says no, I don't want that area, and then normal click and drag says you do want that area. So say it goes a little too far, you can just alt click and drag and it'll get rid of that area. And so that is what it looks like. It just sort of goes on top, which is exactly what we want. Okay, so now to make the high blend in a little more, first we're going to pre-compose it. This will just give us a few other options. Now we're going to go to distort and displacement map and drag that on there, and then set the displacement map to BG, background, and then turn this up a little, and this will just make it sort of flow with the water. So now it looks like it's more a part of the water, and if you want you can add a drop shadow. I did that before, but I'm not sure. Well, might as well separate it a little from the background and then just soften this a lot. It's more just like a dark blob under where it is to draw a little attention to it. Okay, so this is a pretty good start. We have our water washing over it, and technically you would think the effect is finished. However, we can switch back to full here. We can see that this water does not actually look perfect going over it. So one thing we can do to help with that is roughen edges. And so drag that onto the wave composition, and so this is just going to sort of blob up the edges and make them look a little better. So I'm going to switch this back down to quarter view. And so now some of these edges look a little better. And so now I'm just going to stop and explain a practical use for this, and then we'll keep going with the rest of the tutorial. So what we've basically created with that roto brush layer is this wave just coming on. And so what we're essentially doing is sandwiching that layer, which looks actually very cool with this water displacement on it. What we're doing is we're sandwiching that between this background and then on top of that, we are putting this other layer. So this is really just, this is compositing, in which you're separating a video layer into two pieces. So one thing you could use this for is title reveals. If you're doing some sort of a stylistic title sequence and you have the camera go through a door or something like that, and then as it's going through you see names and all this stuff, you can just use these techniques with the sandwiching and the roto brush and all this stuff to separate out layers to make them come together. So anyway, now we're going to go back to finishing this effect. Okay, so the next thing we'll do is add an adjustment layer with curves. And then color correct this to make it look a little better. Something like that looks fine. Okay. So now it's actually a little bright. Let me bring that down. Okay. So now we have our waves going over. So that's most of the effect, and then you can add a little motion blur to sort of smooth that out. Or if you want to blend in this floating high, to do that you can play with some of the blending modes, do like overlay or something, and do that to get it to sort of fit a little bit more. But yeah, that's basically the tutorial. So, thank you for watching this After Effects tutorial. If you liked it, please like, comment, and subscribe. And if you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comment section below, and I will try to get back to you. So, thanks for watching, and I hope you learned something.